The field of athletics and sport is slowly transforming from a male dominated sphere to a place where women can achieve great heights. My next guest, Sonali Swami, is one such woman, an international award winning fitness athlete. She won the bronze at the Asian Bodybuilding Championship in 2016, among many other accomplishments. Welcome to the show, Sonali. It's really a pleasure to have you here. I'm so looking forward to this conversation with you.
Thank you so much, Shailja. It's lovely to be here.
So, at the age of 40, as a mother of two, you won the bronze at the Asian Bodybuilding Championships. Could you tell us more about what that time in your life was like?
At the age of 40, when people think of retiring, when it comes to sport, a married woman, a mom winning bronze at the Asian, it's a huge thing. And personally, for me, it was one of the best moments, I would say. My husband was there, a lot of other athletes were there and standing up there on the stage, along with the other amazing athletes, holding the country's flag. It would always stay with me for the rest of my life till the day I die. So it was absolutely beautiful.
So, the moment you won, what was that feeling like? Is it like the moment where you time freezes, or it's just the moment you've been waiting for coming true right in front of your eyes?
It was very emotional. I would say, like I said, that holding your country's flag is a dream, for every single athlete, and for someone who is already touching 40 and a mother, and somebody who has heard all her life that it's not for you, that it's too late for you, that this is something that an Indian mom and a mother should not be doing. And when you do that and you achieve it all at a stage when people are just asking you to hang your shoes. It was quite emotional, very emotional. It was, yes, it I would say that the time did freeze for a few seconds, and then I had tears in my eyes, and people, calling my name, screaming my name. It was just amazing, and the best part that I was always remember is that my husband was there, and he witnessed it all. So yes, it was very emotional.
But you must have faced challenges, Sonali, right? Coming to this field at that time and at that age. Do you want to talk about those challenges?
Absolutely. In fact, I would love to, because it's not been a very smooth journey. I started at the age of 37. Like I said, you've already mentioned that I'm a mother. And when you have all these responsibilities, being a mom, you're juggling between your work and everything. It's a bit too much. And then on top of that, you think of this unconventional sport, and you have zero clue about it. And you want to do it because you're enjoying it, but there are millions the people around you, your relatives, your neighbors, and your peers, and your colleagues, everybody, trying to stop you. I'm not too sure exactly why, but this notion that they have in their head, the fact that it's not for women, muscle building or bodybuilding is not for women, or it would turn me into a man or Arnold Schwarzenegger. I have no idea. Or just the fact that it's too late, you're too old to do anything. So uh, it was there from day one. Every step, every time I thought about that I would go and lift weights, somebody would just suggest me not to. And then when I took it up as a sport and I went for my very first competition, there were eyebrows raised that why a Hindu woman should be wearing such kind of clothes, and ye aapko shobha nahi deta hai. I got some hardcore fanatics messaging me that we'll see you. This is not right. What kind of a message or signal are you giving to the rest of the Indian women? And the fact somebody in fact said that you already have a man in the house, so why do you want another man? So there were a lot of comments. There were a lot of comments, and you lose friends, so-called friends as well, because either they feel insecure, or they are unable to digest the fact that somebody at her age could do better or could do it. You know, So yes, there were moments where I actually questioned my decision. But I guess everything happens for a reason, and I proved everybody wrong. I did not intend, on proving anybody anything. It just happened. It just started. But I'm just so glad that it did, because it opened many doors for a lot of other women, a lot of other moms.
Absolutely, but I so agree that this false belief that being muscular isn't feminine, and you have broken that stereotype, and there's so much more for other women to follow and admire that in you. It's as if you just open up doors for many other women to consider this. But having we are talking about the journey, but I did read somewhere that you started just dancing to lose weight, and that started your interest in bodybuilding. So you want to talk about the genesis of it all?
Yeah. So dancing has always been my passion. I was into dancing, and I'm a trained Latin dancer and a Kathak dancer, and I was a Zumba fitness instructor. That is how my journey started in the fitness industry. So I was a Zumba fitness instructor with one of the popular gyms in Bangalore. And when you're a group fitness instructor, you're doing so much of cardio. So much of cardio is happening that the instructors, the group fitness instructors, also need to understand the importance of strength training. So we had this session for all the instructors about strength training and why it is important, the benefits, and how to go about it. And being a woman in late 30s, and an instructor as well, I felt it was very important for me to understand the basics and the do's and the don'ts and the hows and the whys of fitness and health in general. And that is how I got introduced to strength training, weightlifting, and I loved it so much. I understood the concept. I understood the science behind it, and I went ahead and signed up, and I got myself a trainer, and I started training with him. And I'll be very honest with you, it's not easy for somebody who's never picked up even 2.5 kgs, for somebody who has to spend, think about nutrition and diet constantly 24/7, and tr- in fact, I would say lead a disciplined life, because it's not that easy. I'll be very honest, especially when you're talking about bodybuilding. It's really not easy, but it's absolutely possible, 100% possible. So when I made that switch consciously, that I want to start weightlifting because I want to see what happens. I had zero expectations when I started, because I had no idea about the athletes. How do they look like? What does it even mean to be a physique athlete, or what does it mean to be a bodybuilder? I had no idea whatsoever. I just wanted to see what my body is capable of, and what can I do? If I listen to my trainer, what can I do?
But did the discipline come from the fact that your father served as a major general in the
Oh,
army?
absolutely. The three D's: determination, discipline, and dedication. That's like in my blood. I would say that I was not a child who was into sports when I was growing up. I had only played badminton, and that's about it. But the discipline, the sense of discipline, I would see my dad getting up in the morning, at 5 o'clock, and going for his walks. His determination and dedication to serve the country.
Did you join him?
No, I was just like an ordinary regular kid. You know how the kids are. Now that I have two kids of my own, I want them to be just have fun, just do whatever that you want to do, as long as you understand the idea of staying fit, and idea of doing the stuff that truly makes you happy. It can be anything.
But what was the initial spark that ignited your passion for fitness? Because I'm curious, you had that right environment.
For me, like yeah. So yeah. So when I being a group fitness instructor, and being a Zumba fitness instructor, when I made this switch to lifting weights, what happened is that you see it later, or you realize it later, but the people around you start noticing it. I think probably after a month or so, probably 6 weeks or so, the members who would attend my sessions, Zumba sessions, would come up to me and they would say, Sonali, you're looking amazing. I love how your shoulders are looking, and I love how your abs are looking. And I said, really? Is it that visible? Because you see yourself every single day, and probably you just ignore it, but the people around you, it's just so evident. And that really pushed me, that motivated me, that okay, I'm on track, I'm doing something right, let me just continue and see how far I can go.
Who was your role model at that time?
While like I said, I had no idea about the Western athletes. I had never seen any picture of any Indian or Western woman, in from the bodybuilding industry. So I had no idea about the bodybuilding. All I was, attracted to was a nice toned athletic body. So I had seen PT Usha. She looked fabulous. All these athletes, they look very toned and very athletic. So that appealed me. So that was about it. But now, when you ask me that who is your motivation, I would say currently, since my kids have started, have taken up sports and training. I would say that my kids motivate me every single day, and I myself, I feel that I motivate myself, because every time I see myself, I feel that okay, I've done it earlier, I can do it now, and this woman can crush it. So I feel that I'm my own motivation, and of course my kids motivate me these days. But while when I started, there was no one, there was actually no one.
So it's very interesting, Sonali. See, from picking up something as dancing to then Zumba and then moving to bodybuilding, but taking it up as a career, right? Turning your passion into career. That's amazing. I mean, there has to be serious
Right.
motivation behind it.
Absolutely. So the motivation came from the fact that, see, when I had just started training, and within 3 months or 4 months, we got to know that there is this physique competition that's happening in India for the very first time in Mumbai, and this huge, well-known international federation is coming to India, and they're organizing this physique competition for women, for ladies. And my trainer, my husband, they supported me, and they said that, they literally pushed me. They said, you're already in great shape, you're training, why don't we give this a try? What's the worst that can happen? So I was very nervous. I was very nervous, very scared, because A, I'm married, B, you have to wear a certain attire, I'm also a mother, and how people are going to take this, and how people are going to judge you, because anyways, this whole entire competition, when you talk about competition, you are being judged at the end of the day. But there are some thousands others who would be judging you. And it won't be about your physique and all the hard work, but more about why is she doing it, and why did she have to do it, and what is she even wearing, and how can the family allow her. It was the judgment. So I was very nervous about that.
So how did you shut out the noise?
Yeah. So fortunately, the thing is, if your family is supportive, that then nothing can stop you. Then no one can stop you. It's always, it's just amazing. It's just beautiful. It's wonderful to have a supportive family. So I'm very fortunate that my in-laws are extremely supportive. In fact, when I went to Gwalior, my native is Gwalior, and when I went there, and there was this local channel who interviewed me, and they called me Lady Salman. Papered me next day, Aya Lady Salman. They were ecstatic. They were like talking about it. It was just beautiful to see how amazingly they have accepted it all. So I'm very fortunate. So once I understood that, okay, I have this amazing support from my husband, from my in-laws, from my family, then there's no stopping me, and nothing, no power, no force can stop me. So I went there, and when I competed, the only thing that was in my head is the fact that I was competing with the girls half my age. So that was nerve-wracking, because I wasn't sure what the judges are looking for. Are they looking for a great physique, or are they looking for more than that? Because let's be honest, let's just accept it, but at the end of the day, people would want to associate with a young face, a young face who would stay, who could maybe would be perfect for a certain brand.
Sonali, I've seen your videos. You look half your age. I think that's least of the concerns.
But you see, the thing is that you always underestimate yourself. That's what I want to say. That's what I did. So I completely understand when somebody else is doing, when I see another lady doing that to herself, I know the feeling. I know what she's going through and why she's pulling herself down. And you, of all the people, should not be doing that to yourself. But that's exactly what I did. So I completely understand how it feels. And, that's what I did. But when they announced my name and I was the winner, that was it. That was the moment I knew that this is my calling. This is what, yes, this is what I want to do. I want to improve. I want to get better. Because if I can do it now at the age of 37, I can be better. And that's exactly what I did. I won bronze at the age of 40. And like you said, if you look at me now, I personally feel that I'll be turning 47 in July. And this is the best that I've ever looked. Seriously. So I knew then and there, that this is my calling. This is what I want to do. I want to tell the rest of the women, I want to tell the rest of the Indian moms that it's not too late, that you have to take care of your health and you have to keep, you have to make sure that you are at the top of your priority list. It's extremely important, not just about bodybuilding, it's about you doing the stuff that makes you happy.
Very interesting when you were talking about how, as women, we generally do this ego depletion moments to ourselves, right? That, okay, I'm not good enough. Maybe I don't have all that it takes. And then that transformation happened for you. That turning point happened when you made it. And that was such a boost to energy. And then it was actually, where you decided that this is career for me, right? This is not like just for hobby. It's absolutely amazing, Sonali, listening to all of this. It is very, very inspiring journey. But what inspires you in your life besides your own journey? Is there anyone else, any other hobbies which you have, focused and you're getting your source of energy
So
from that?
right now, what inspires me is the fact that the whole point of me being on social media was to reach out to as many women as possible and to let them know that their life does not have to end once they get married and have kids. That in fact they should be living their life to the fullest and taking care of themselves in order to take care of your loved ones, right? So I what inspires me is the fact that I get messages, from women who say that I have changed their life in some way or the other, or touched their life, or they went for a walk, or they went to a gym, or they took 10 minutes out just for themselves and did some sort of physical activity. It makes me happy because it's that first step. And that's all that I'm trying to tell everybody, that it's important for you to be happy no matter what you do, what field you choose. It does not have to be bodybuilding, but taking care of your health should be your first and foremost priority. And that's what so many of them have started, actually they have realized it and they've started doing it. So I run this 5 a.m club where I usually get up at 4:30. It's been 7-8 years now. And 5 a.m sharp is when I show my watch, and that's my first story. That's how the day begins.
And you have a gym in the house, right? You have.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I needed that because post COVID, I wasn't sure if I would ever, if there is another, God forbid, a lockdown, then I definitely want a gym. And then I have my clients as well. So what inspires me and motivates me, the fact that there are people who are doing something about their health, and women who have come out of either a bad relationship or feeling all time low, hitting rock bottom, and then coming out as winners. So these stories inspire me. And I would also say that even a 9-month-old kid inspires me, because we see these small babies. They fall and they get up, and they fall and they get up, but they don't stop. They don't just they don't just give up. They keep doing it till till they start crawling, or till they start running, or till they start walking. They don't stop. They don't quit. So how beautiful is that? Even a 9-month-old kid is inspiring in so many ways. So my in-laws inspire me. They are 70, 75, and they do yoga early in the morning. So, people have their own unique talents and qualities. And if you see closely, look closely, you will find inspiration
So,
in every
are
single
your
person.
kids also into fitness? I mean, because they imbibe the
Yes,
qualities of their parents, right?
I'm just so glad that I did not have to force them. I never wanted to do that. I knew from day one that I would never force my kids. So they just came up to me and they just said that we want to try calisthenics class. And I knew this place, so I took them there, and they were monkeying around. They absolutely loved it, and at the same time, they were doing some hardcore strength training, body weight training. So and that's how they got hooked to it. And now that I have gym at home, my son is my partner in crime. He would always, he without fail, he hits the gym, he lifts the weight. And the beauty is just watching him doing it the right way. So it's a he just turned 15, and it's a privilege when I see somebody doing something the way it should be done. It's just beautiful. So I'm just blessed to to see the kids, that you need, your actions speak louder than your words.
They say the kids watch what you do than what you say.
Exactly. So they understand the concept between the nutritious and not so nutritious meals. And I never say that it's a bad food. I just say it is less nutritious. There is a place and time for everything. Of course, we can. I love my pizzas and burgers and chocolates. So there is a place for everything. So they understand the concept of healthy and not so healthy. The idea of staying fit and of being fit at any age. And I also love the fact that they adore me.
Lovely. As a mother, I know that feeling, what you're saying. But tell me, just when you started your journey, right? Balancing family life and being a professional athlete must have been a little tough. So, how did you manage that at that time?
Yes, initially when I started, the kids were small, so I did need all the help that I could get, and that's where my husband stepped in. Of course, I did have another Didi who was staying with us, and she would take care of the kids. But when I was growing up, I always wanted to be just like my mom, a homemaker. So that was the first thing, and mm, for many, 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 many years, till I took up bodybuilding. I just wanted to be a homemaker, and I always knew that I would not sacrifice one thing for another. I can have both, and all I need is to make sure, and understand how I can balance it. So that's the very reason I get up at 4:30, so that I can get a head start, so that I can get some me time. I get a clear mind. I can finish my work, and I can focus on my kids. Like if they have to go to school at 7 o'clock, then I am ready with everything. I'm done with my work. I'm done with my breakfast, cooking, my pre workout meal, whatever that I have to, whatever that is there that's related to my training or my clients. Everything is done by the time they are up and about to go. Once they're out of the house, it's my training, my client, my meals, or collaborations, or whatever.
So, what is your workout routine?
So I once they are out of the house is when I go and train, because I really don't. When they are there, I want to be here with my family, because that's the most important thing for me. So when they are there, I make sure that I'm spending time at home. Once they are out of the house is when, at 7 is when I go for my training, which is at around 8 o'clock. So 8 to 10 is when I train, and it's a pretty intense training. I train 6 times a week, and each day I hit one muscle group. And for me, when I say 5 a.m. is my walks, it's just a walk at steady space. So you can call it a cardio, but it's mostly like a very casual walking. It's me time, and I just listen to music. So this is basically what I do, and I try. I love Punjabi music in the morning. So what mood पे depend करता है. So in the mornings it's mostly Punjabi and Hindi ghazals. So it's light and soft. And later in the for the training, it's all moves to Eminem and Missy Elliott and all of that. And once I'm done, once I'm done with my training, probably just 10 minutes of running could be masala bhangra, or it could be anything, or a high 150 beats per minute music.
I'm going to try that playlist now. Next time I
Please
hit the
do,
gym.
please do.
Yeah, my next question, I'm so tempted to ask you, Sonali, what's your diet plan? Are you a vegetarian, non-vegetarian?
I'm a non-vegetarian, and as a bodybuilding athlete, my focus is primarily on my most important macro, which is macronutrient, which is protein. So I make sure that all of my meals, I usually have anywhere between 5 to 6 meals in a day, small meals, but every single meal contains protein. So my main focus is to get quality protein in every single meal, and along with that, I make sure that I have some complex carbs, so I get enough fiber as well. And at the same time, it keeps me satiated and full for a longer period. And I need that energy because I'm burning quite a lot. And also, bodybuilding is about muscle building and not losing weight or maintaining weight, or losing fat. That's not the idea. Idea is to build as much muscle as you can. And being a woman, or being somebody who's in 40s, mid 40s or late 40s, it becomes very difficult, especially for a woman, because you don't have the hormone testosterone. So for me, it's a lot of work. So nutrition plays a huge role, and good fats. I want to tell this again, that fats will not make you fat. It's the good fats that you really need to balance your hormones and to keep your heart healthy. So I make sure that I have all these macronutrients there in each and every meal. And I keep myself hydrated. So anywhere between 3 to 4 liters of water is good. And seasonal veggies, always, always seasonal veggies. I stay away from processed food.
Okay. Absolutely no? Or sometimes you do cheat
No, no,
days?
no. Like I said, I love my chocolate ice creams. I love, or abhi holi hai. So I just received gujia and I tried one. But I do not want to go overboard. Because I have a goal and I'm an athlete. So I try not to go overboard, but then I'm human. During the festive season, I indulge. I absolutely indulge.
You're also a very strong advocate of hyper rice, right? Can you tell us a bit more about it and why so many athletes and major sports teams are using it for their post training recovery?
I'm absolutely thrilled and privileged to be associated with a brand who is finally, I mean, finally somebody is talking about recovery, and finally somebody is in the market who's, emphasizing on how and why recovery is so much important, more important than you spending hours and hours at the gym and talking about nutrition all the time. Because there are these are the important factors. Yes, your training plays a huge role. Yes, what goes inside your body, when we talk how you're fueling your body, is extremely important. But what's the point if your body is not recovering? People just forget that when you're sleeping is when your body is recovering. When you are taking care of your body in a manner that could actually enhance your performance. The mindset has recently shifted to the idea of recovering. So I highly emphasize, whether my clients or when I am talking about recovery in general, I have always emphasized to use Hyperice, whether it's your warm up session, because that's gonna make sure that you get a good blood flow. There is no stiffness. Also, the mobility, working on your mobility and flexibility. All of this is really going to help you with the kind of training that you're doing for any sport, whatever sport that you're playing. And the best part is, like, a lot of people say that, is it just for sports people or for athletes? No, I'm a mother before anything else, and I know a homemaker or a mom is constantly on her toes. And I get up at 4:30 and I go to sleep probably at 10:30 or 11. So can you imagine the amount of work, the amount of load, the amount of stress that a homemaker is carrying, on her shoulders, the stiffness, the soreness. I really feel that it's important for every single person, whether you're a kid, whether you're a college goer, or somebody who has a 9 to 5 job, to understand that your body only improve and do better if it gets little time to recover from all the hard work or all the stuff that it's gone through, or it's going through on a daily basis, 24 hours, 24/7. You're constantly doing something or the other. So it's even more important for you to take care of your body and understand why at times you have to take a step back and slow down only to come back stronger.
Very nice, Sonali. I think these insights would really help women. And you're right. I mean, these products we are generally associated with athletes or people who go to the gym, but it can be more generic. It's a huge insight for our listeners.
Right. And the best part is it's so easy to operate. Even my 15-year-old kid, my son absolutely loves it. He can use it because it's just handheld device. And, you really don't have to book a session for a massage. All you have to do is just hold it. The app, it's synced with the app, and you just watch and you just do it. So it's not a rocket science. It's a science. It's very easy to operate.
So tell me, while you were talking about your milestones, can you also take us through some of your greatest milestones, your memories in your journey as an athlete, which you cherish?
Okay, so to begin with, the first time when people, the people who would question my decision to take up bodybuilding, who would, I could hear them, or I could hear, somebody would come up to me and tell me that, so and so was saying that, why is she doing this? What does she want to prove? And those same people later would come up to me and ask me how you're doing it. So from why to how, it it really, it meant a lot. I personally feel that was a big huge milestone. The women, the men, everybody who was asking, why is she doing, what do you want to prove, they were the same people who would later come up to me and ask me, how can you help me, with the nutrition, how can I get toned abs, or how can I get six packs. So I think that was really, that really boosted my morale. The fact that, okay, because when people talk about you start questioning yourself. At times it you doubt yourself, if I would be able to do it, or if I am doing the right thing. Should I do something else, whatever. And the next thing was when I won my very first competition. Like I said, I was competing with the girls half my age. And when there was this question that the one judge asked, that to each and every competitor, that who do you think deserves to win? And every single competitor took my name. It was a moment for me that I would cherish, because I wasn't sure if I would be winning, but I knew that I have arrived. I knew that I deserved to be here. It wasn't like I just randomly walked and I'm competing here because let's just give it a try. No, I deserved.
So it sounds like you were destined to be there, right? It is just all the dots joining up.
Yes, yes, and I had never imagined that I would be doing it. I would be, stepping on the stage, and I would be actually competing in bodybuilding. I never dreamt about that. And also that the fact that I won bronze for the nation. Who doesn't want? Any athlete, you ask any athlete, they want to do something for their country. My father has served, for the nation, being an army officer, and it's a privilege for me when I say that actually I have won a medal for the nation. So it's a big thing. It's a big achievement. It's a big, big, huge thing for me. And also, like, I'm not a, I was quite an average kid while growing up, quite an introvert. So when I say that I'm a 6 times TEDx speaker, like, it blows my mind, because I would have never imagined myself standing on the stage and actually speaking. So for me, even this is a huge deal, a big deal. And last but not the least, when I see my kids following on my footstep, in the sense that, uh, they like what they see, they like me as an athlete, and I didn't have to force them to adopt this kind of a lifestyle. They have chosen it. That's beautiful. So these are a few of the things that really, make me happy every single day when I think about it.
Sure. On your blog, you correctly mentioned that India's female workforce participation is amongst the lowest in South Asia, right? It's almost as low as 24%. So, what do you think the reason is for this and what can be done to remedy it?
A is the lack of education. B is the lack of awareness of the sports, especially bodybuilding, when we talk about bodybuilding, because your family would never support you. I understand there are a lot of potential and a lot of talented girls, and they can really do wonders. But the lack of awareness and the lack of knowledge and the lack of education, people have zero clue about what bodybuilding is. And if you ask any random person, he would say, okay, bodybuilding is for men. That is where huge men are flexing muscles. But that's not the case. So sadly, we still do not have enough knowledge about bodybuilding. You really need to talk more. We need to talk more about it. B, the parents. Let's just shift our focus from just asking our kids to excel at studies and become a doctors or engineers or whatever, and start focusing on what truly matters to them. Focus on your child's what do they want to do in life. That's more important than what you want them to do in their life, right? So I think these are the major issues. I personally feel that the lack of education and the fact that there is zero support from the family, forget about from anybody else. If your family is not supportive, there is no way that any woman would want to go against the family, and step in this field or any field, let's say.
So, Sonali, at this point, do you have any message to the authorities or someone listening to this show right now? What can be done in this space? Would you like to do some things? Because I see a lot of passion in your voice when you're talking about it. It's clearly, it's not that you're doing it for yourself, right? You want what you're doing to inspire a lot many more women out there, young women who are.
Anybody who messages me and needs my help, I will always tell them that I'm here for you, but you do have to take that first step, because I can guide you, I can direct you, I can assist you, but you are the only one who can walk, right? And do the stuff that is needed to be done. You want me to talk to your family, I could do that. But at the end of the day, you really need to show up for yourself.
The first step is yours.
Yes, you have to take the first step and get out of that, get out of that zone. Yes, you have to be prepared for all the naysayers, for everybody. You need to be prepared for it. You have to be prepared for the worst. And that's okay. I think that's how you are going to, build yourself. To be very honest, that's how you're going to build yourself. जो लोग पत्थर फेंकते हैं उन्हीं पत्थरों से तो आप घर बनाओगे ना. So that is what I feel. I personally feel कि you need to be prepared for the worst and let them throw stones at you. What's the worst that can happen? Probably आपका घर छोटा होगा, लेकिन आपका घर बनेगा जरूर.
Beautiful, Sonali, beautiful. I think you completely have shown that we don't have to choose between family, passion, and career. You can take it all, balance it, and live a full life. And I think that's the biggest message going out when I am talking to you. That nothing should be stopping you as a woman. You can just do it all, and you need a support structure, support system around you.
Yes. I keep telling you, it's never too late.
Never too late.
It's not too late. It's never too late. Absolutely. You can do it now, from now, very this moment.
So, you mentioned something about PT Usha, right? With history making women like her, Sania Mirza. Do you think India has come a long way in representation of women in sports and athletics?
Absolutely. I mean, I'll talk about myself. When I started in 2013, I did not know a single woman. There were very few girls. and very few young girls, right? So we had no married woman and definitely no mom out there. And now when I see, these female athletes are married, they are mothers, and they are doing great. They're doing fabulous. And why should they retire when they are doing so well? I feel they've just started and they're only getting better. I say that for myself as well. That why would I stop? uh, A, this is a lifestyle, this is forever, this is for the rest of my life. B, I'm only getting better. So why would I want to stop now? Because it's not too late, it's never too late, and there is no way you should be quitting. You quit when you die. Till then, you keep rocking.
Nice. So truly, you embody the spirit of unstoppable. And but according to you, what makes a person unstoppable in their life?
Like I said, don't quit.
Don't quit. Keep walking.
Don't quit. Yes, yes.
Any advice beyond what you've already shared with us to the young athletes, especially women who are listening to this show, Sonali?
Right. It's something very basic. People often make fitness goals and health goals very complicated. It should not be complicated. It all starts with consistency. And when I talk about consistency, it's not about you doing every single day, 366 or 365 days or an year. It is about you showing up most of the days. So don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Do the best that you can. Show up, even if it's for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, for 15 minutes. Do it for yourself and not for anybody else. Don't do it for your family, for your husband, for your boyfriend, for anyone. Just do it for yourself because you deserve it more than anybody else. You deserve it. Just be consistent and everything else, rest, everything will fall in place.
I'm fully motivated, Sonali. I'm going to the gym after this. Absolutely. I'm like totally charged up. I'm going to play that playlist. Yes, I remember the songs also you mentioned. What is the
Go
next
for
for you
it.
in your career or in your life? What are the next sports?
So the last I competed was in 2017 in Korea, Seoul, and I bagged sixth position. And this time I want to do better. And after 3 years, 4 years, I really want to step on the stage and win not bronze, not silver, but gold.
We wish you all the best and you will make it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you again for being on the show. And before we conclude, I would like to ask you a few questions.
Yes.
Right.
Go ahead, please.
Just in one line, if you can tell me, how has bodybuilding impacted your life?
Positively.
Are you an extrovert or a private person?
Private.
Okay. If not an athlete, is there anything else you might want to be?
Choreographer.
Ah, that was easy to guess. Quote an instance where you broke a bias or were inspired by someone who did it.
I would say when I won the very first Fit Factor India, the very first woman to win Fit Factor India, the very first Indian woman to win Muscle Mania India, and the very first Indian mom to win bronze at the Asians in my category. So yes, I've been breaking stereotypes.
So, what does spirit of unstoppable mean to you as a person today after all these achievements?
When you keep going, you can, I slow down, but I don't quit. I continue. I keep moving because that's what I want to do. Looking forward. I'm never going to look back. I'm only looking forward, moving ahead, even if it's one step, but I'm moving forward.
Lovely talking to you, Sonali, and thank you so much for coming on the show. And we wish you
Thank
all
you
the
so
very
much,
best.
Shailja. Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you. And I truly hope that this would inspire, motivate someone out there.
Absolutely, it will. Thank you so much for sharing all the
Thank
insights.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to the riveting conversation. As always, remember to subscribe and follow us on your favorite podcast app. If you like the show, remember to rate us on Apple Podcast and Spotify. It helps us to improve.